Asshole.
All right, I'm gonna go off not so much a rant, but how stupid are we kind of thing. And it's about Thanksgiving. And the reason this is on my mind is just a couple interactions I've had today with some customers that obviously have different view of Thanksgiving. And of course they were early 20s, so obviously they know everything. Professor Robert Jensen, I'm going to call him out first. University of Texas at Austin. Apparently he believes that it's an abomination that we celebrate Thanksgiving, and he'd like to see Thanksgiving erased and replaced with a National Day of Atonement and self-reflective fasting because of the wrongs that the Pilgrims put on the Wampanoag Indians. I'm not getting into a debate of whether we took land away from the Indians and we killed the Indians when it suited us to take over certain geography. Yes, I agree, that happened. And that's how we've progressed as a civilization. If that's what your argument is based on, then at some point, you got to let this stuff go. At some point, you have to realize America is not a bad country. We're not bad people. Have we done bad things in our past? Of course we have. Whoever the son of a bitch listening to me right now on the couch, if he looks at his past, I guarantee you he's done bad shit. And he's not 240 years old. So we need to get past that shit. We learn, we grow, we get better. But that's, you can't, if you're making that, if that's your argument for Thanksgiving, then that can be your argument for Christmas because it's a religious holiday. It goes on and on and on. But I'm going to concentrate on Thanksgiving. 1621, 1619, they celebrated it because it was rare that they had a good harvest. It was the climate change was so bad back then that it was droughts constantly. Their crops weren't that great more often than not. And when they did have a good one, well, they celebrated. And the Wampanoag Indians brought deer meat, and according to history, the Pilgrims bought some sort of fowl. Now, they could have brought dove or ducks was probably in there. There could have been turkeys. They were prevalent in that area as well. The point is, they came together to give thanks for having a decent year. We had a good year. We made a lot of crops. Everything came in. We're thankful for our neighbors. They signed a treaty where they would coexist with each other. That's the basis of it. But that's not what Thanksgiving is now. You know, in 1789, George Washington, tried to make that a national holiday. Well, Congress didn't want anything to do with that because they felt like that should be separation of church and state. It's a brand new government, brand new Congress. Washington wanted it to be a day for the people to celebrate that they have a government of their own that cares about them, and it's there for their safety. And Adams did it. The one that had a problem with it was Thomas Jefferson, because he felt strongly that should be a separation of church and state, because he viewed it as a religious holiday. You know, in 1863, Abraham Lincoln finally made it official, made it a national holiday. 2021, we must get rid of it and feel bad for even celebrating it. And more importantly, we don't need to be eating anything on Thanksgiving. We should fast according to this idiot professor in Texas. Can't we all just agree that for that fourth Thursday of November, we can look back on where we are at that point of the year and be thankful for what we have, and gather our family and friends around and just have a nice dinner and some football? We have got to stop feeling sorry and ashamed for what we've done in the past, because it's over with. There's not a pilgrim out there attacking an Indian right now. There are no slaves out there. There are no slave owners. I didn't own any. I didn't kill an Indian. We've grown from that. But if you make that what the holiday's about, then you can look hard enough and you can find a reason to satisfy your argument. If you're always constantly looking for a problem, guarantee you always will find one. Why can't we just enjoy family and friends and give thanks for having one another, having health, having a job, being able to pay your bills, being able to get through COVID? My point is, we've got to come out from behind the bushes. We can't be ashamed every time we walk out the door. Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving. It's a great holiday. We eat turkey, we watch football, we hang out with family and friends, and we fellowship. I don't care if you believe in God or not, but if you have family, then you need to believe in family. Or your friends. There's nothing wrong with that. If you've got small children, Christmas takes on a whole new meaning. Because with me watching my kids and then my grandkids, I get more satisfaction out of watching them enjoy Christmas. I love the holidays, and I refuse to let idiots try to tear these institutions down. If you don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving because you don't believe in it, fine. The only reason it's being talked about and being reported on is because it stirs up shit. And we're all about stirring up shit in 2021. That's what we're all about. You know, everything's political, everything's racist. But we need to get over it. And if you don't want to get over it, that's fine. But I promise you this, I'm over it. I don't think I ever joined it. But I don't want you to be surprised when you ask my opinion on something and you're not over it. You're going to get both barrels. because this is getting ridiculous now. It's been ridiculous for a long time. Give thanks, have turkey, be with your friends, be with your family, enjoy each other. Give thanks. I don't care who you give thanks to. Give thanks to the person you're with. Give thanks to your family. Give thanks to your boss for giving you a job. Be grateful. Be a little humble. But don't be divisive. Don't be hateful. Don't force your opinion on somebody. If that's how you feel, that's fine. You're entitled to that opinion. But you're entitled to hear when somebody calls you out and says you're an idiot. Because if you think Thanksgiving should be a national day of atonement, well, you're a jackass. If you think we should hang our head because of something the Pilgrims did in 1620, you're an idiot. If I should feel bad because slavery and civil rights were denied a group of people, I didn't do it. Point the finger someplace else. I'm done. I'm done with that. And the problem is, when you let it take hold, it turns into this. Thanksgiving shouldn't be Thanksgiving anymore. We really should feel sorry and ashamed that we even came here. Well, sorry to break your bubble, Nancy, but we're here. We're here now. Can't go back and change it. We did some bad things. We've done a lot of good things. I think it's time to let it go. And if you don't want to let it go, that's fine. If you want to hang on to that and try to convince somebody that Thanksgiving's a bad holiday, more power to you. Good luck. Hope it works out for you. It will not work out in my house or my neck of the woods. Can't we just agree to disagree and you do your thing, I do my thing? Instead of having to bring this stupid shit up about how it's shameful. Get rid of it. Let's get rid of that. You know, we can't have it's frustrating and it's exhausting. It really is. And the problem is, the ones that feel that way are the ones that are being educated now. At some point, they're going to move into a position where they may be making laws. And then children, we are really in trouble at that point. So I'll leave you with this. Thanksgiving. Giving thanks. Nothing wrong with that. Somebody does something nice for you, don't you say thank you. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks. And there damn sure is nothing wrong with being able to eat a turkey dinner and watch football. And then 2 days later, having turkey sandwiches and watching football. Just turn it off 1 day a year. 1 day, give thanks, watch some football. The world will be waiting to stomp all over your dreams tomorrow, I promise. 1 day. Just let it go. Let it go. I don't care what happened in the 1600s. Don't care, I wasn't there. I don't care what happened last year. That's my rant. You disagree with me? I don't need you to comment. It's okay to disagree. I'll accept your argument that you disagree. I will not accept your argument as fact, because you can't convince me otherwise. Have a wonderful scrap-filled day. Asshole.